Rina Shah is a former Republican advisor and a political strategist and commentator. She joins us live from Washington, D.C. Welcome to the programme. So, fighting talk there from Joe Biden, but when it comes to an election year, how damaging are these comments and questions about his memory?
Well, lately in American political headlines, there's been a lot to unpack. But with this story, it's quite simple and direct. This special counsel at the Department of Justice, Joe Biden's Department of Justice, is somebody that is a known Republican. And tonight, what we're hearing across these United States is folks saying that this is a political witch hunt. But the facts are very straightforward. Again, this is one special counsel who was tasked into looking at the Biden family, of course, but of course, as Biden in his role as VP and what he did with these classified documents. This investigation's been going on for some time, and it's not as if the current president sat with the special counsel just today. He sat with him back this past fall. And what we're learning now, of course, is quite shocking, but it is only one man's opinion. He is a lawyer and he's not a physician. So this is, again, a moment in which we're hearing just tidbits of this big report come out. But of course, there's one big full report of which many Americans, I do not think, will read in full.
As you say, just one person's opinion. So is it fair to put so much emphasis on these comments?
Well, look, my defense of the current president isn't based on politics at all. In fact, I think this is a moment in which we have to continue to look at realities here. He is the oldest president we've ever had, and his staff has kept him out of the spotlight many times. But I do think him coming out tonight, giving this press conference very angrily, very forcefully, speaking directly to these allegations, the assessment by the special counsel of his mental faculties, of his cognitive abilities, his, again, ability to recall certain facts in his own life. I think this was a good move by his staff. But we have the Super Bowl coming up this weekend. It's a big football game between two big teams. Of course, as many people around the world know, it's a very national unifying moment, a great American tradition. American presidents typically sit for a big interview, a tough interview before this big game. Some estimated 200 million Americans are supposed to be watching, and this will be the second year in a row that Biden and his team have said no to doing this interview. So now, given today's news, it seems that this was a good move, again, by his team's part. They understand that getting him out in front of the cameras isn't always a good thing because they run the risk of him looking weak.
OK, now he did talk about the war on Gaza during that press conference, and he appeared to muddle the presidents of Mexico and Egypt. Just stay with us a moment. We're just going to have a quick listen to that.
As you know, initially, the president of Mexico, Sisi, did not want to open up the gate to allow humanitarian material to get in. I talked to him. I convinced him to open the gate.
Rina Shah, is that the kind of thing that people will constantly be seizing upon from now on, rightly or wrongly?
Well, what we're hearing, those words we just heard, would have been nice to hear from this president many weeks ago. I think the Biden-Blinken duo, their handling of what's happening between Israel and Gaza is just so poor on every level. And we see it now, months later, in how the polling is reflecting that Biden has lost tremendous support with Muslim Americans, particularly Arab Americans, key demographics that he needs and had the support of. So it really begs the question, which trusted messengers is he going to be trotting out in these next many months to really give to the American public a salient argument about him being able to, again, have that trust from us to handle such a big conflict.
OK, we'll leave it there. Rina Shah, thanks very much indeed for your insights. Thank you.
Thank you.